Tom Pace on the Talk of the Town as we are with soon to be announcing formally in about 10 days presidential candidate Buddy Roemer III at the Bossier Civic Center. As we kind of wrap up, there's going to be some Republican contenders, Buddy, and they've already announced.
Some good ones, Tom. I think there's some good contenders.
Let me ask you a real quick summation on some of the key ones. Mitt Romney.
Very decent guy. His one problem is he went to Harvard Business School, but we won't get into those details. He kind of takes he was governor of Massachusetts. He's never worked in Congress, so he doesn't know that. I'm the only guy running, by the way, who's been a congressman and a governor. Mitt Romney was a governor. He's kind of a big company guy. He supports big corporations. I think that's the problem with America. We need some time spent on small companies. But Mitt Romney appears to be honest and a decent guy. His problem in this campaign is that he's known by 100% of the people, and he only has 17% of the vote. That's not very good, Tom.
Now, there's a new woman that's entered the race, Michelle Bachmann.
Like
she
her.
seems to be a real firebrand when I saw that.
Yeah, I like her. I've never met Michelle. I've watched her for a number of years. She's been in the Congress 4 years, 6 years, something like that. She's never been governor, so she's missed the executive side of it. But I think she'd be a good running mate. I mean, it's somebody like that that I think excites America. And she brings a lot of practical wisdom to the job. And she's not married to having a government job. But I think she stands for the idea that we can do better. I like her.
Now let's talk about the other one, the 500-pound elephant, Republican, if you will, in the room, and that's Sarah Palin, who was John McCain's running mate, and it's off and on, but it appears she's going to announce. What do you think about her?
I like her. I've talked to her at length over time. You know, I was a volunteer for John McCain, and the day she was nominated by John to be the vice president, Sarah Palin called me. I was that close to John, and she wanted to make sure I was happy with the choice, and I was. I was disappointed when she quit being governor of Alaska. She didn't serve out her normal term. I don't know the details of that, but that disappointed me. But I like her a lot. I think she brings a lot of charisma to the table. I don't think she'll run. That's my kind of inside conversation with her team. But we'll see. If she does, she'll be a good candidate.
What about Tim Pawlenty?
I liked him a lot. He was former governor of Minnesota. He worked with John McCain and I 4 years ago, so I know him well. I trust him. I like him a lot. He's taking the big checks like the rest of them, though. He can't make the changes that need to be made. Look, the things that I propose are tough. They require guts. No one else is talking about them. No one else is talking about keeping the Chinese from their unfair trade practices, from stealing our jobs. No one is saying it. And Tim Pawlenty and Mitt Romney and all the rest are going to have a problem. The big corporations that are giving them their money don't want the changes I do. That's what this fight's going to be over. The big guys against working families. Big guys against small business. That's what it's come down to. Do you like the way the country's going now? If you do, vote for one of these guys. If you don't, take a look at me.
Final one, and there's a whole bunch of them. They're like fleas on a dog. All you got to scratch them, they'll jump off. What about Newt Gingrich?
I like Newt, too. Very bright. I served in Congress with Newt years ago. He served on past me. The trouble with Newt is like the rest of them. It's the money. They're not free. I mean, Newt takes PAC money by the hundreds of thousands. And I'm not just picking on Newt. You ask me. He's not going to be the president. He's known by 100% of the people, and he's got 7% of the vote. I'm known by 3% of the people, and I've got 2% of the vote. Who would you rather be, Tom?
Now, there's a rhetorical question. Final, and I guess this would be the final one.
You said that 4 times, but keep going.
I knew you were going to do that, Governor.
I just keep
All right. Well,
This is the last final question.
the last final question. The name Edwin Edwards, when it pops up, he's now a free man after having served time. And there have been differences between your family and the Edwards family. What do you say to Edwin today?
Well, I'm glad he's out. I mean, he did his time. He didn't get any favoritism, no shortcuts. He served his time. He's a free man. I respect him. One of the brightest people, certainly one of the brightest politicians I've ever known, and one of the best. He had the gift. I used to try to write speeches for him back in his first campaign. I supported him and really enjoyed getting to know him. I was disappointed over time at the corruption that seeped in. And I think it hurt Edwin, and I know it hurt our state. But for him being free, I am so happy.
There it is. He's so happy, and yet he's even happier to be running for President of the United States right here out of Shreveport and Bossier City. Charles Buddy Roemer III, soon to be announcing up there in New Hampshire. Today, welcoming him home at the Bossier Civic Center in Bossier City, Louisiana on July the 9th, 2011. Tom Pace on the Talk of the Town. Thank you, Governor.
Thanks, Tom. Good being with you. Have me back after that announcement, and we'll talk about politics, man.
All right, we'll get down with it. Thank you so much to the Governor, and now we're going to let him go to see his people. Tom Pace, have a good day.